Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Brother Mawab coming to you again on the highway and byway, bringing out this gospel of truth, to edify the hopefully elect of Yahshua Israel, so-called blacks, Americans, Latinos. For 2/3 of our people, it's time to repent, turn back to your Lord, Yahweh Bashinah Shai, who were ignorantly called God and Jesus. It's always a pleasure to let Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, know the Lord Yahweh Bashinah Shai hates your ass and he's going to kill you. Before we get started, let's turn to give all glory on to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Dash. Love on us and teach us all this in the cause of breaking no stone, likewise, brothers out there putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and the brothers and sisters doing it in Shalom. And if there's a lot of misery going on in the world today, okay, bombings, killing, famine, starvation, okay, murder, all those crazy things that's going on in the world that people are finding very difficult to bear, it's because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is bringing that judgment, okay, to the wicked people of this earth. Let's go into the book of Isaiah 47 and start with, let's go into the book of Isaiah 47 and Isaiah 45 and starting with verse 7. And let's read that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is the one that's in charge of all things that's taking place on this earth, good or bad. Okay? It reads, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, do all these things. Okay? So if you're experiencing tranquility and peace right now, that's because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is showing mercy on your ass and giving you a time out from the misery that you probably are used to experiencing here in Great Babylon, America, and across this earth. But if you're experiencing darkness and evil, pestilence and famine and all those things, that it's because the Lord Yahweh is judging you. He's a righteous judge. So whatever you're getting, you deserve. Plain and simple. All right? Let's go into Zephaniah 2 and 3. Zephaniah 2 and 3. Because let's start for a minute here. What's going on? Of course, you already know about the CK thing there. You know who I'm talking about? That little 31-year-old gimp that God put in the spirit world a couple of weeks ago. They're still talking about that. Nothing really coming out of that. You have the UN General Assembly that took place last week, and they booed that doggone kike Netanyahu when he took the stage, because of course the world right now is realizing that this man is nothing but a doggone a demon. Okay, these people are demons, and this is what you have the prophets coming out and saying and pointing out. Okay, who's the true wicked of this earth? You have the UK right now coming out with a mandatory digital ID, and they're saying that basically you can't work if you don't have this identification. Okay, so next is going to be what? Okay, the implant, the RFID microchip implant. Okay, which right now is already the talks of it, and we know before they bring it to Great Babylon, America, they start off on the other side of the earth. Okay, they start off on the other side of the earth, these other countries where people are more compliant. And the people are defenseless, because over here, especially after the C-19 bullshit that they talked about, okay, which now they have to do a bunch of redaction and retract what they said, and have to put people back into the jobs who got fired because they spoke against it. What you're going to have right now is a society, Great Babylon, America. Okay, people here, they're ready, they're prepared mentally to go against any type of infringement on their rights here in Great Babylon, America. So the implementation of the digital ID or the MOTB is not going to be a smooth transition. Okay, you jakes out there better be prepared for the fact that there's going to be a lot of resistance, okay, for these people who feel like they have nothing to lose, okay? So if you don't know something, keep your damn mouth shut, okay? Stay humble, man. Okay, don't get out there with these doggone Edomites and these other tribes that are out here marching around, talking shit about they have rights and all this other stuff like that. Let them duke it out. Okay? Because there's going to be a resistance with that spirit inside of them. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But we're getting one step closer. This is Zephaniah 2 and 3. It says, Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai anger. So the Lord is very angry. Very angry. Take a look at what's taking place, man. Take a look at what's taking place on this earth. If you don't think the Lord is angry, okay, then you don't have no awareness or any type of spiritual eyesight to see, you know, the Lord's judgment is already taking place on this earth. It reads, let's go actually, let's go to the second Ezra's 9. Let's go to second Ezra's 9, and let's go into a couple of things, which, you know, I mean, and I know people like, oh, y'all go into the same scriptures over and over and over. Well, you know, they're repetitive, all right? And all camp really is an extended version of the lessons that we do during the week, except you come out here, you know, and you basically face the people that are driving by to secretly take pictures of you and videos of you, you know, and maybe might scoff or mock at you, whatever cases like that. So yes, you're going to hear it. There are new people that are that have come to the ministry. So if you know it, good for you. Now apply it. If you know it, apply it. The second Ezra 9 sound was what it reads. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. When thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we're seeing that time right now. So what we do as prophets, okay, as teachers, as ministers of the Lord Yahweh Shai, okay, as servants of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, as friends of the Mashiach, is that we measure the time. We are looking around, and what we're not seeing here, okay, is a mirth. We're not in the spirit of mirth, okay? It isn't to say that we don't smile sometimes, you know, you joke around, whatever case like that, you know, you get your family to still deal with, you know, your household to take care of and all that stuff, and you do have some times like that, but you constantly have the spirit on you of the fact that any day now, the Lord Yahweh Shai will say, the elect has been sealed, and now he released those dead angels. Keep in mind that he's talking about the four winds, okay? The four winds of destruction until the elect has been sealed. And likewise, when all of these horrible things start taking place on this earth, okay, and he's going to give the authority to the physical devil, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, to bring out these judgments on this earth, okay? If he doesn't cut those days short, if he doesn't shorten those days for the elect's sake, not the rest of these people's sake, the elect's sake, there'll be nobody, man. When Esau starts, we can't even begin to comprehend how horrible things is going to be. These people driving around in metal coffin right now have no doggone clue, okay, what this man has in store for their ass, man. They're so cocky, can they get something to eat? They can walk around with a jingly gut, you know, they triple chin, you know, one couch to the next, from the couch to the kitchen to the shitter. Couch, kitchen, to the shitter, to the bed. That's it. That's basically the evolution of these people, man. Clueless and useless. All right. It says, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of people, the people are uproaring. They're not happy. People are not happy in Gaza. People are not happy in China. They're not happy here in America. They're not happy in the Caribbean. They're not happy in Europe. They're not happy anywhere on this doggone earth. All we have is doggone misery going on and on this earth. So we can see that as part of the times that we live in right now, pure misery. Not to mention the natural disasters that's taking place. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, so basically, this has already been written, which means that everything that's been written in this Bible will come to pass. Will come to pass. Okay, this guy was written before we went into slavery. We went into slavery. That we would be ruled over by children, okay? Those stinking, pink, rotten cavemen, okay? That's who we got ruled over. And the same people that was despised in the book of Job, who chased out of the villages, you know, who was you know, eating wallows and praying like doggone donkeys and stuff because their language was confounded, okay? Are the same people right now to this day, okay, called Caucasians who are ruling over us. Okay? That's why Prophet says, I've seen servants on horses. It means servants on horses always representing power. Servants in great power, and princes walking like doggone servants. So here it is, okay, the weakest created man, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay, is wielding the biggest sword and an authority over everybody on this earth, and especially us, who are gods, okay? And I know people don't like to hear that word when we say gods. It's G-O-D, not capital G-O-D like the Most High, okay? We're mini gods, all right? Let's go into Ecclesiastes 10 and 8. Ecclesiastes 10 and 8. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 8, and reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by the sea, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So guess what? Guess how Esau is of dealt. He's always dealt, okay, in deceit, misery, okay, murder, rape, okay. Nothing is fair. And if you think he was unfair before, if you think these doggone crackers was unfair before, wait until you see they bring back Jim Crow era number 2. Jim Crow era on steroids. Okay? Jim Crow era on steroids. You wait and see. So what's going to end up happening is this doggone man is going to be taking over the power. The world is going to watch as the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai bring America down to its knees. This place is going to go down in such a horrific way that when the merchants of the earth see the final destruction with those nukes pelting this doggone place, okay, all it's going to be going through their mind is that they saw mass murder, killing, famine on a scale you can't even begin to comprehend. Okay, because remember, these judgments are going to be taken on the fourth part of the earth. Sword, famine, pestilence, okay? Heavy judgment is going to take place here in Great Babylon, America, man. And why it's going to be so heavy on the people here? Because take a look at everybody. Everybody's fat, they're greedy, they're wicked, they're lazy. Okay, the men are little faggot sissies, don't have no authority in their own household. You women are doggone out of order, you're fat, okay? Everybody thinks it's a doggone joke. They're warning right now. You are out here, the prophets out here warning you, and you think it's a doggone joke. You think we're just some doggone angry, doggone black men. We are angry, not black. We are angry. We're angry because we're in a miserable state. But at the same time, too, we're actually very happy. We're very happy that you actually want to drive by. Because, see, when that misery comes on your ass and catch you off guard, then that's when we get to laugh at your ass. That's when we get to have the fun. That's when we get to point our finger and go, see, told you, all right? Well, it's going to be a translation of the kingdom. Let's go into Job 14 and 6 because we got to take a look at this here, man. I like the book of Job, okay? And it reads, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Now what? Esau cannot. You can't turn Esau from a miserable, okay, dirty, rascally, wicked, rapist, sodomite, faggot, murderer, and turn him into something clean. Okay, you can't do it. Okay, so you gotta accept him. You gotta accept him as he really is, which is he's a diabolical, wicked abomination that's created for destruction. Okay, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his mouth are with thee. Months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So guess what? Yahweh Shai gave Esau a specific time that he cannot pass. Okay, that he cannot. Hold on here. I see some prickly fucking plants here. That's really getting me. That he cannot pass. So we didn't set the boundaries for Esau. Okay. The Lord Yahweh Shai set the boundaries and he cannot pass. Okay, so we let you doggone Edomites know. Okay, the rulers of the earth know. You have a particular set time. We don't know exact date and time when the Lord's going to take you out, but it's going to be very dramatic. We can know you're out, and we can see that you're out soon. All the doggone ants today crawling around. Right? And it says, turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as a hireling his day. Okay, for there's hope of a tree, if it is cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. So Esau, he'd been in the cave before, he came back out, remember, pursuing the Malachi, where he saw them, they said that they would rebuild, and the Lord said, what? You can rebuild, but I will bring you down again. Okay, and you become known as the abode of wickedness. So Esau them, that's why they're coming up with the idea of make America great again, because they've come to the conclusion that, okay, their time is at nigh. Okay, their time is at an end. That's why they're coming up with Make America Great Again, because basically they're that tree that's been chopped down. Okay, there's no morality. Okay, pretty much they've lived. Next year is actually the 250-year anniversary of the Edomite Empire. Okay, or the revival of Rome, we should say. Okay, so we know that kingdoms only last for what, 250 years, which is a very short time, and that's a season. Okay, that this devil's been that out. So that season ends next year, and this is why you see them right now pushing for a lot of these unrighteous decree to come out. They're signing all these legislation, they're putting out the troops out there because they're getting ready for the complete collapse of Great Babylon America and these other economies across this earth, the way there's going to be chaos. Because they know, basically by 2027, we should be well into the chaos of this place. Okay? Chaos should be really, really happening on this earth. Okay? So it's going to be hard times and beautiful times at the same time, because hey, it's like a bird. Okay, you pushing the lady, your woman is pushing that baby, and it hurts, man. It's, she's getting her vagina is like, I gotta open up and push that damn baby out. But once that baby comes out and makes its first screaming, man, it's a beautiful thing. Birth is a beautiful thing. That's gonna be us. Okay, we're gonna be going through those birth pangs, and the birth pangs are already starting right now. Okay, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing when we are in the kingdom, man. It's gonna be beautiful. We'll remember all these hard times and be like, damn, wow, And then you Jakes who kind of didn't, want to come on board, you didn't have, you weren't chosen. Hey, you're gonna have to deal with that, but you'll still be in the kingdom, though. Let's go into the book of Psalms 11, Psalm verse 5. It reads, "The Lord tried the righteous, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated." The Lord loved the righteous. Esau is violent. The Lord hates him, okay? Because he's all about violence. He said, "Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup." Okay? So that's going to be, tempest is always like, you can think of like a hurricane or like a storm, in which, you feel the breeze, it will get dark, cloudy, you feel the breeze. And then it really starts to get stormy. You could be either in the eye of the hurricane or the eye of the storm. Or you could be in the outskirts or really in the part where it's really whipping up. Okay? So the same thing too right now, you have what's called calm before the storm. You have a lot of bad things taking place in Great Babylon, America. But everything is in balance. So you still have your rich people, extraordinarily rich people doing well. But then you have a segment of people that are doing exceptionally horrible and are very poor. So these people are feeling the hell a lot faster than other people are feeling the hell. While, most of us have the ability to eat and, watch a movie or watch a TV and exercise and all that stuff. You get people right now, newly minted homeless people or displaced people that are living in their car with their kids or by themselves. You got baby boomers, okay, who thought, $20,000 worth of savings would have been able to keep them for the rest of their life. Well, the Lord happens to preserve their life longer than they expected. So now here they are in their 80s. Okay, they're ready to take out all of the friggin' doggone, take out a lot of collateral, use their homes and all their assets for what they had, for collateral, like the house and stuff that was probably paid off maybe 30 years ago. They're using this collateral to borrow loans from the bank at very high interest, and you know how that's going to end. So you've seen a lot of older people, a lot of baby boomers are actually living in their car now. Now, that they might be okay for now, or might not be a target for now, because there's still infrastructure to feed people who are displaced. Think society is still functioning. Wait till you have massive blackouts, okay? Shortages of food and all those things. The supply chain is broken. Then what you're going to have is that people are going to start targeting the most vulnerable people. The most vulnerable people are going to be the older people, and women and children are going to be heavy targets in that time. Go day in and day out, no power, no running water, sewage backed up, People shitting all over the place. You know, people don't clean up after themselves. Disease starting to spread. Hospitals, you know, their backup generator run out of power. People gonna be looking at houses, and I'm looking at these houses across there, and I'm seeing houses with doggone solar panel. But guess what? If you're a person like that, you think solar panel actually provides power. But if you see some light over there, and you see solar panel, you're gonna assume that they have cold, ice drinking water, and those type of things like that. People gonna, your house with solar panel on it is gonna be a target. People hear a generator running, they're gonna come and target your house. People see a light on, or you look like you don't have something, people gonna target you. Like why would you put one of those shit on your car? Stupid motherfuckers, man. When I say niggas, I'm talking about fucking specs, man. These little Latinos and Hispanic dudes out here, man. Fucking niggas too, man. Fucking. This is Revelation 18 in Psalm verse 7, and it reads, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she has said in her heart, I sit a queen and see no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong the Lord power who judges her. So see, I just talked about what? The famine, okay, the plagues, okay, the miseries and the torments. So all these things are going to be tormented, okay? First of all, the things they're not the government is not going to be able to pacify the people because they're not going to be able to react and get things going. The Lord is going to destroy the grid, okay? Maybe have an EMP fire off over America, okay, by one of these other nations, okay? You're going to have the angels, them going to be sabotaging all kinds of stuff, man, over here. People turn on each other, you know, and what does society do when things go bad and there's no true leadership and no righteous leadership? It will implode on itself. It is going to implode, and that's what you're going to see is an implosion taking here in Babylon, America. Let's go to verse 21 to 24, and let's talk about how this place talk about being untouchable, you know, bragging and being almighty. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea. Okay, now let's start from verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven. Okay, because this is going after they watch from afar the destruction of America. Okay, and so we're being told right here, it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for power had avenged you on her. So the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to take vengeance. We can't take up the sword no matter how angry you get. I put a video earlier this week that was titled Jake is a lion's mouth. You know, you saw how these other tribes, how they treat Jake. They push Jake on the ground. You know, they despise us, and they think they can lay hands on us because they've seen a white man do it. And we'll tell you, I'm just gonna speak for myself. Do not fuck with me. I'll just speak for myself. Okay? We other tribes. If you think you're gonna walk up, okay, the Jakes, and do those things as you see fit, because if white man does it, you are in for a rude awakening. You are outnumbered, okay? And the 2/3 is not going to deal with you like that. Lord willing, he's not going to allow y'all to put your hands, okay, on his elect. But if it happens to come with it where y'all think y'all going to walk up to the man of the Lord and lay hands and think you're just going to walk back home scot-free and laugh, you've got something else coming for that ass, okay? And it says, and the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it in the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Okay? And it will go on and talk about the fact that there's not going to be any music playing, there's not going to be any type of fun activities and none of those stuff going on. Because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to destroy this place. Okay? Because of how violent this place is. So this place is going to be thrown down extremely violently. It was found with violence and it's going to be thrown down with violence. Okay, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and really is really, when you look at who actually lived by the sword, which is Esau the Edomite, so-called white man, then you'll understand that's exactly how this doggone crap is going down. Okay? Let's go into Psalms 49 and 11. The book of Psalms 49 and 11, and it reads, the inward thought is, and I want you to hold on to a second while I go put the sign up that actually fell. It's one of the things that you're gonna deal with is wind, okay? And it is easy to do a camp or do something indoors, you know, talk as loud as you want, it's comfortable, but when you come out here, you gotta deal with the weather, all right? And even though I have a lot of signs, so I put them up, but then the wind kind of casts them around, okay? But nonetheless, it's part of the job. This is Psalms 49:11. It reads, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generation. They call the lands after their own name." So imagine if you're a caveman, you come out the caves, you did the Renaissance, you lie about the prophets, you lie about the Mosai, you lie about everything. You know, you've got the whole world under your thumb, you know, with a sword pointing at them constantly. Okay, you would think that you were going to be in rulership forever. However, it's clear and obvious that the so-called white man is losing his authority over the earth. Okay, they're fighting each other. Russians and Edomites, yes, they're fighting against the Edomites of the West. The East are fighting the Edomites of the West. Okay, and then you have all the other nations that are jumping on the side that's going to benefit them. Okay, so it's not going that well. Okay, for these doggone kites, and that's why you see Netanyahu come out there, and he's looking and he's talking. He understands prophecies is coming to pass of the world. Okay, the world is recognizing who they are. It's just only a matter of time before they start to look at us, which they already are looking at us, and realize that we are speaking all of their hard luck, all of their bad luck, all of their miseries into existence. When we talk and we throw prayers up every day to Yahweh Shem Rashai, that we are in fact speaking all of their things into misery. We are speaking, okay, into existence, okay, these other nations that hate the state of Israel, okay, that are seeing these doggone people for what they really are, okay? They're a fraud. They're not the real righteous people of the Bible. Speak off, okay? They're murderers, okay? Thieves, okay? And the Lord Yahweh Shem Rashai is going to destroy every single one of them over there, okay? He's going to use Iran and loot that thing. Okay, let's go to Psalms. Let's go into Amos 9. Let's go into Amos 9 and 8. And I do like this file. I do like this particular scripture because it gives a clear understanding of who Yahweh Shem Rashai likes and who he doesn't like. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shem Rashai, or power, are upon the sinful kingdom, great Babylon, America, United States of America, okay, USA, America, whatever they want to call it. You know, we also know it as spiritual Sodom of Egypt. This place is full of faggots, the rulers of faggots, okay, and you would work your ass to death for no reason and for not have nothing to show for it. This is exactly what the people are experiencing right now, okay, hyperinflation, okay, it's also known as Great Babylon, okay, Great Babylon. I also know it's a whore, Basra, Idumea, okay, whole lot of name for this place, the Chaldeans. And it says, "And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, save that I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob." So the Lord is going to destroy Great Babylon, America, off the face of the earth with thermonuclear power. Those lasers from the chariots that's going to be coming over here, and we have many depiction of this. Brothers them do AI videos and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that to depict what this would look like. You know, I know a lot of people, like, you know, unless you're really in depth into the ministry and the scriptures, you really wouldn't understand that. Yes, Yahushua is coming back in spaceships, pretty much. Let's just say it like that. What are these craft? What are these spaceships made out of? What kind of material? We don't know. We're going to get to touch it in the kingdom, or when we get out of these bodies, and we're actually going to be on one, Lord willing. Most of us live through the tribulation, beamed up, and get to watch the rest of the judgment from space. Okay, but we're going to be on board the chariot. I hope I get on board the chariot. At least that's what we're hoping for. Right? So some people, they kind of, especially Christianity, they can't fathom that. Like, why does you need a ship to travel in? Because he wants to travel in the ship. Same way he gave Esau, he gave mankind the ability to create cars to get around. He could have put wings on our back. He could have put wings on our back so we could fly around and we wouldn't have cars. Okay? So, Yahushua likes to travel through the universe in ships. Nothing wrong with that. He created his own vehicle. Alright? Yeah. Look at if you put when you put videos up concerning the chariots, people just can't. Those videos rarely ever get a lot of views or decent views because people just don't want to look at it. They just don't. They just can't. Christianity have taught you something magical, fluffy cloud. They really believe heaven is right up in the clouds right there. This is a part of heaven, like first heaven where we live. We breathe the air. We only can breathe, I think, up until about around 15,000 feet. After that, you start having a hard time breathing. 30, 40,000 feet, ain't no air. All right? And 25, and it reads, Behold, I am against you, destroying mountains, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, which destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. So, right there, burnt mountain. Okay? So the Lord Yahweh Shai always described Esau as a miserable, abominable creation that he hates. Horrible. He hates Esau. I mean, just so you doggone kikes know, man, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he hates you. He really hates y'all, man. He hates you, doggone miserable, stinking, nasty ass doggone crap. He really hates y'all. He's gonna burn y'all, destroy y'all. Okay? Y'all think y'all gonna have y'all little sundown. What is this sundown town burning and Jake and all that stuff? Y'all gonna get only the ones that the Lord Yahweh Shai don't want to deal with. Okay, who he's not dealing with. Alright? And then he's gonna kill you. Let's go into Obadiah 1:18. When you talk about the destruction of the Edomites, you can't go and talk about that without going to Obadiah 1:18. Which give you a conclusive, or give you the conclusion, okay, to Esau. Alright? It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame. Now, we're already in the kingdom at this stage. Okay, Esau, he's in slavery, he's miserable, he's getting tortured, man, he's just not having a good day. Right? But it gets better, it says, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shai had spoken it. Who spoke it? Right here. L-O-R-D. In capital. That's the Most High. The Most High had spoken it. We ain't speaking it. The Most High had spoken it. So guess what? All authority, everything has to go through it's under Yahweh Bashim Shai, the Most High. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Yahweh Bashim Shai. He spoke it. So this is what he tell you right there. He's gonna allow us to stumble a hole in your ass, boy. Okay? And yes, all you doggone kites, you doggone billionaire kites and these doggone corporations and stuff like that, all y'all gonna come back. Okay? All y'all gonna come back as slaves and servants. Boy, are we gonna, we gonna jack y'all the fuck up in the doggone kingdom. Let's go in the book of Job 30, verse 3. I told you, this is who these doggone. When you next time, listen to me, Jake. The next time you're out there, you take a look at it. Doggone white man, and he's puffing up his chest, and he thinks he's all that. This is this history right here. This is Job 3, 7, verse 8. Stop here. Job 30. I'm sorry. Job 30. 7, verse 3. And it reads, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate place, who cut up wallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. So they were kicked out of society. These are these Edomites. They were filthy, dirty, nasty, stinky, nasty cave beasts. It says they were driven from among men. They cried after them after a thief, which described Esau as a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the rock, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. So they're like Captain Caveman and the doggone, like they didn't even have a doggone language, onga bonga, braying like a horse bray, like that. Okay, I can't remember which guy it was came out the other day, Edomite, and he said basically, we came out of the caves, and build something great and all that stuff. And so see, the tongue is strong of himself. He just made it very clear what we've been saying all the while. They come out of the caves, the cavemen. Okay, the Lord is making them speak. Would they speak the truth too? Not only us, man. He came on and said that they came out of the damn cave and made something great. So we've been telling y'all that. So hopefully y'all believe it now. Now they came out of the mouth of the doggone so-called white man that he is indeed. Okay, man. Listen, it says they were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. When you look at vile, what do you mean to call vile? Vile is like something that's just, it's beyond horrible, decrepit, vile. Jeffrey Dahmer was vile. He was a sodomite rapist. Who else was vile? You can take him a serial killer. Esau is definitely vile. He has a high count kill, and he's not killing in combat. He's just killing weak people. He kills weak things. He likes to attack the weak. That's the reason why he's messing. That's why they mess with us over here more than they mess with any other tribes over here. All right. They don't deal with countries that they don't deal with countries that actually have nukes and all the other stuff that they hesitate. Okay, they like to go in these countries that can't defend themselves. Actually, when you go into Malachi, let's go into Malachi here. And I was talking about this earlier. When you go in the book of Malachi 1 and 4, this is Esau right here. Says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemel Shai. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai had indignation for ever. He hates them. So he holds a grudge against them forever. He hates them. Now, you know what they did to the Mashiach. Crucify him, humiliate him, beat him, and strung him up on a piece of wood. Hang him. And then when we bring out the scriptures that shows that he's coming back with anger and the world is going to be in great fear, why do you think, and it says that the people who whipped him and cut him and bruised him are going to be alive, are going to be alive when he returns. So how is that possible? Okay, what they call reincarnation, or we call regeneration, meaning that we are all gonna be doing exactly what we were doing at the time of when the Mashiach was on earth. So if you are a teacher or a prophet, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. If you're a two-third, you're going to be a two-third. If you're a soldier, you're going to be a soldier. If you were working for Esau as one of the centuries, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Okay? So everybody right now is in the lot that they were designated to be in. Okay? So the people that the spirits, are here on this earth today in the flesh that flogged and beat Yahweh Mashiach, who they call Jesus, who beat him, who spat on him, who mocked him. They're here today. Our people that said, crucify him, who chose the side of a fucking murderer versus their king, are here today. All right. So you can see where he said that he's going to come back, rebuild. But the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai says what he's going to do. He's going to toss them down. He's going to throw them down. Let's go to Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47 and 1. And it reads, come down and sit in the dirt, O virgin daughter, thou shalt sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So right now, this whore is about to be fucked. Not in a good way either. The Lord is going to jack this damn place up. Fuck this place up. Esau, your kingdom is about to be fucked. You all are about to be fucked. Royally. So you're not going to be tender and delicate. The world is not looking at Great Babylon America, as the forefront of discipline, maturity, leadership, one to follow their ways. They're now seeing that to follow the ways of the whore is to invite death into your nation. It invites death, immorality, wickedness. Okay, that's what happens when you follow the ways of the doggone whore. When you follow the ways of great Babylon America. Yes, America is going to be destroyed. All Americans are going to die miserable deaths. All right. This is Jeremiah 57 verse 26. The Lord is going to plunge in this damn place. Okay. The Lord is going to plunge. The Lord is going to plunge in this place. See, now people, they drive by, they'll drive and they'll look and they try to turn their head and they go, I've seen them out there before. They'll try to turn their head because they understand what this is all about. Okay, they kind of have a mixed emotion about it. They kind of think it's like some type of, pro-black, thing, and or whatever cases like that, others, they see the Bible scriptures and that right off there, that scares the demons right off the way. So basically, there's a force shield around here with these signs that have scriptures on it. It's like a force shield. It keeps all the demons at bay. They keep driving by, screw the window up, turn their head the other way. They go by. So it's a great thing, in fact. Okay? Because you come out here, and other brothers from all around Texas, okay, out on the streets, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even during the weekdays. Okay? And guess what? How many people actually walk to the camp to inquire? They don't inquire because they don't care. Because for them, they don't think it's a benefit to them. Okay? And also, too, because we are so-called black men, they automatically assume we're up here pandering for money. Okay? Which is like a joke. Okay? Or you just ain't got nothing else to do, or you uneducated, or blah, 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 blah. And so they're proud. They're proud. And that's fine. This is Jeremiah 50. It's not verse 26 and it reads, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, that nothing be left. So this place is going to be pillaged. This guy, you saw those other pillaged other nations. This place is going to be pillaged too. There's going to be an invasion of Great Babylon America. There's going to be an invasion. You best believe it. Okay? There's going to be an invasion. Okay? And it says, slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day has come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. So there's a vengeance that's going to be coming on the blood of these people. You get these doggone miserable, low-level Edomites singing, about sundown town and how they can hang jakes from trees again, and they think they really believe that Jake is just going to stand back this time and let that happen. Jake is going to fight back. Jake is going to lose, but Jake is going to fight back. Okay? Jake is going to lose, but Jake will fight back. Jake will fight back. So it's not going to go as easy as y'all think. What's going to end up happening, you doggone stupid pecklewood crackers who think that you're going to fucking roll over Jakes, is you're going to get fucked up. Bad. All of you, you're going to get fucked up. And then what's going to end up happening is they're going to send their robots in the sidewalk and their drones out there to just mass murder Jakes and stuff like that, and their burger troops. I mean, it's going to be a shoot on sight. But for you doggone low-level crackers who think that you're just going to sneak behind the law or your law of your land, ambush Jakes and, when Jake's by himself or whatever the case like that, and, get your little kicks and hanging a nigga on the tree like that, you are in for a fucking really big fucking shock that's coming to your fucking ass, alright? It's not going to happen, alright? It's not going to happen. It says, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, that none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, which is murder and killing, taking advantage of people, raping, pillaging, according to all that she had done, do unto her, for she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shai, against the Holy One of Israel. Okay, so the Lord is going to judge this place. He's going to judge the Edomites for what they have done. They're proud, okay, but they're about to pay a price. And it says, behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord power of hosts, for the day it is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in the cities, and it shall devour all about them. So once America falls, none of these other nations are going to send. You're not going to have We Are the World and what is it, Heal the World type foundation coming up anymore. Michael Jackson dead. Y'all killed Michael Jackson. Okay, so he ain't gonna be around to raise no funds for you. Okay? And even though heal the world, heal America, like that, people are going to watch from the distance and go, damn. Damn. It's going to be a time of people going, God damn. And you know what the thing about it is we're going to be actually still living here in Great Babylon, America, when Babylon falls. Because one of the most precious things that's going to be taking place here is the ability to eat. Now, keep in mind, okay, that once the elect is sealed, no judgment starts at that, and Jacob's trouble is over, the Lord is going to yank the elect and the chosen people out. Okay, take, oh, well, and, you know, all of us are part of it, out of this place, and then you have the continuous judgment of this place. Keep in mind, there's like 21 judgments. You have the seal, the bowl, and the vials and the bowl judgment, which those ones are the worst ones. And at that time, you're not going to have like the elect on earth. Okay? And if I'm saying that wrong, someone correct me on that. But that's, you know, at the conclusion of Jacob's trouble, the elect is taken out. Okay? And this place continues to get judged. And you get to watch from the chariots as this place is destroyed. Okay, with thermonuclear missile. Let's close over the book of Revelation 21, Psalm verse 4. And let's talk about being the redemption, okay, of the righteous. Because this is what this is all about. This is about the redemption of the righteous. It says, and power, you know what, maybe I can even start from verse 1. It says, this is Revelation 21, Psalm verse 1. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth will pass away, and there will no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So that's when we come off the chariots, okay, in our godly figures. And it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of power is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they should be his people, and power himself should be with them, and be their God. So we ain't gonna have the hard time. Like, you have elders who come and say, you know, they have a hard, sometimes they don't remember the Sabbath, sometimes they don't remember certain things. They get asked, but it's like, okay, you know, when we have this and we have that, like, we know next week, Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening, is going to be, you know, the Day of Atonement. Okay, in which we atone for our wickedness and our sins. Basically, you know, the way we're going to do it is basically you basically dehydrate and don't eat. Okay, and yeah, that type of stuff. And keep in mind of what Yahushua did for us. What he did for us, man. He was a sacrifice. All right. Power should wipe away all tears from their eyes. There should be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying. Neither should there be any more pain, for the former things have passed away. So we ain't gonna be feeling no pain anymore, because we're gonna be mini gods. Okay, so we're not gonna be in this stubborn flesh anymore. We're not gonna be, you know, these mere mortals anymore. Now these people, they still gotta continue to live. And guess what? They're gonna be feeling the pain, because now they have to go through that judgment. Okay, it says, and he that sat upon the thrones said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, right, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. So this is not for sale. We're not up here. I don't have a pan up here. You people think that this is some type of like, you know, panhandling thing. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. I can guarantee 90% of you, okay, don't have a doggone clue how you're going to make it next week or next year or whatever the case is like that. Whatever 5-year plan you have, you're not sure of. Okay? What we're looking at and what our 5-year plan is this. We hope Great Babylon America suffer drought, famine, death. Okay? And this doggone miserable, disgusting, abominable piece of shit, this Edomite, this cracker, freaking fall flat on this damn place and get the judgment that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai have in store for him. There it is right there. That's the only thing that's in the back of our mind right now. The rest of you people who's driving around, okay, you're in chains in your doggone mind because you're in darkness. Okay, you're weak. Okay? You're weak. We're optimistic of the future. Great Babylon America is going to be destroyed. That's the optimism that we have. You're pessimistic of the future, okay? Because you don't know if your miserable, retarded ass government, okay, Nero Trump, is going to do what he said he's going to do. No, we can tell you. We are optimistic and positive that he's not going to be able to get it off the ground. It's just that simple. All right? It says, but the fearful, this is you people right here. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, which you people are fearful, okay, and unbelieving, which you all are, and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and adulterers, and all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So the Lord is going to preserve you, weak ass, pussy ass, doggone, niggas, spicks, and doggone wetback, you doggone so-called men, okay, that's quick to throw a doggone, to lift a sword up against a doggone brother or someone that looks like you, but cower your damn self like a doggone bitch when the doggone enemy, like the so-called white man, come at you. The Lord don't want nothing to do with your miserable ass. A lot of you could be out here doing the work, okay? And all these different parts of the cities, all these different parts of the town. But you rather just drive around your little doggone room box fucking car and your fucking tinted windows and go home and fucking bow your head down to your fat, ugly, miserable, fucking stinking whore. Okay, bitch. Okay? And that's the only fear you have right there. You don't have the fear of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? You don't believe. And so the Lord, when the time comes, he's going to ignore your stupid, retarded ass. Okay? Lord willing, the left is everybody turns to east of all going on to Yahweh Shem Shai, Shem come to us. Shalom to the hopefully that Odell. Lord willing, you were edified today. Shalom.